Dog 185, there's levels to this. Let me make sure that the sound is good, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the 30-minute session with Doc real quick. Let me see. Mic check, mic check. All right, it's good. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to even look at the chat right now. I'm going to go on my little rant, and then from there, I'll look at the chat, see what we got. The goal is not to exceed 30 minutes. So I've done this before a long time ago. I used to have this thing called 30-minute sessions with Doc where I would just go live and talk about whatever it is that's on my mind. Today I wanted to do it because there's a few different topics that I wanted to talk about, and I was going to do separate individual videos. I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. So this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to post it on YouTube. Typically, I can make 4 videos out of these topics, right? And get views that way, but ain't no need to do that. We're just gonna do it this way, and then we'll see how it goes. All right. So, first topic I want to talk about is SteamPass. So I do stream on this Twitch channel, and sometimes when I'm gaming, I have people come into my Twitch streams and we talk, and we kick it whatever while I'm gaming. And I don't remember which stream it was, but I was talking about Game Pass, and as I was talking about Game Pass, I'm not sure if it was someone in the chat or it was just a natural idea that came through from me thinking about it, about a possibility of having something like a Steam Pass. Now I know what people are gonna say. People are gonna be like, "No, I want to own my games. I don't want to rent my games and all this other stuff." That's not everybody. There's plenty of people out there that are perfectly fine renting their games, and this is all I would look at a Steam Pass being, right? Imagine if Steam had a subscription service where you could play games or had a plethora of games in it that were, let's say, anywhere from 2 years old and older that you paid a monthly subscription for, and you could play all those games. With the amount of games that are on Steam, if they did something like that, it would be ridiculous. Now, I know what you're going to say. Is it beneficial for Steam to do that? That's stupid. Steam would lose money. I'm not worried about Steam. I'm worried about me as a customer. This is what you got to understand. If you're going to watch my channel, I don't care about these companies and how much money these companies make. I care about what's beneficial for me. So this is really wishful thinking. I'm sure it's never going to happen. I'm sure Steam is never going to come out with a subscription service because they make so much money actually, selling games. But when you think about the amount of discounts and all that stuff that they have on Steam, like if Steam came out with a subscription based service, not something that you had to buy, something that was optional, uh, people would subscribe to it. I guarantee. And again, they wouldn't have to do the day and date stuff. And people would still buy the day and date. But if they did like a $15 tier where games that were 2 years older or more, you could go ahead and play on Steam. You don't own them, but you just get to play them and whatever. Oh man, that would be phenomenal. Is it gonna happen? Probably no. I know it's wishful thinking. I don't care. Steam's gonna lose money. I'm just telling you, just wishful thinking. All right. So that was just topic number one. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because a lot of other launchers do have their subscription service. So EA has a subscription service. Ubisoft has a subscription service. Game Pass has a subscription service. Right. So there's subscription services out there. Just letting you know. Okay. Luna works off a subscription service. I know that's cloud streaming. GeForce Now works off the subscription service. So subscription services are a thing. Is it beneficial for you or not? I mean, you let me know. You decide. Let me know what your opinion is. For me, I do like subscription services, just being honest with you. But I understand buying games on Steam as well, because of how cheap games are, is also a good deal. So perfectly fine, no problem. Just an idea that I would throw out there. If there's a better idea or something else that you would like to see added, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. All right, so that's topic number one. Let's see. I know people are gonna hate it already. I could see people typing already. All right, topic number two. So apparently, the next Xbox console is gonna come out in 2027. The Magnus, right? That's the rumor, whatever. Someone from AMD apparently said that what they're working on is going to be able to support a launch of 2027. Does that mean that the Xbox is actually going to launch a console in 2027? No. But as I sit here and I think about it, it's actually smart for Xbox to do something like this. Listen to me. The newest thing that's going to come this year, hardware wise, is going to be the Steam Machine, right? And people are already saying that Steam Machine beat Xbox to it and all that stuff, even though they're two different, completely different machines. But if Xbox goes ahead and drops a console PC hybrid, whatever it is, that's supposed to be this generation, and they start announcing it that this is going to happen. Okay, I think they need to announce it before the Steam Machine comes out. Then that's might put people on the fence as to whether or not they want to go ahead and purchase a Steam Machine right now. They might want to wait. We don't know what the price of Steam Machine is. We don't know what the price of this next Xbox is going to be. But if this next Xbox is a full-blown PC that you'll probably are going to be able to install maybe the Steam OS on it anyways. I know Steam is going to be part of it anyway, so you're going to be able to access your Steam games anyways. Then maybe dropping that this generation, does make sense. Maybe dropping it this year does make sense. All I see this doing is, if you are a console gamer, through and through, and you don't want to deal with anything PC wise, PlayStation and Nintendo is probably going to be your best bet, right? But if that doesn't matter to you and you just want to game and you want to have the most access to game and you want to have the best gaming hardware, ladies and gentlemen, Xbox is making a push to be that. And I can only make a guess, but I'm going to guess that their Xbox is going to be stronger than the Steam Machine, more capable than the Steam Machine. So we'll see if they actually do drop it this year. I think that's smart. Go ahead and compete with all the other PCs that are out there. Team up with Asus, whatever you got to do, and make it happen. I think it's a good idea. So you guys let me know what you think. Is it a good idea for Xbox to go ahead and drop their next piece of hardware now? I don't think they'll drop support for the Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S for a long time. But if they drop a PC hardware that's premium, that's expensive, I think you could do it now. I think you could do it. I don't see a problem to wait if it's ready. All right. So that's that. That's the Xbox Magnus. All right. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right. PlayStation Portal. This one I thought, I was like, do I even want to cover this? But it's gaming news, so let's go ahead and cover it anyways. And you guys know I like handhelds. Listen, I have nothing negative to say about the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal does what it was designed to do extremely well. That's it. No more, no less. I would never compare a PlayStation Portal to something like this. Anybody that tries to compare a PlayStation Portal to the Xbox handheld, right? You could call it a PC all you want if it makes you feel better, if it lets you sleep better at night. But anybody that tries to compare the PlayStation Portal to the Xbox handheld is a flat out idiot. There is no comparison, for the simple fact that this can do what the PlayStation Portal does. I hope you know that. You can download software on this to do exactly what the PlayStation does. I really hope you know that, okay? And then obviously you can play games natively on this, and obviously, as you're seeing right now, this has access to Steam. You're not, please don't compare it, all right? Now, what Sony is doing is supposedly is they're going to make the next PlayStation Portal, this is a rumor now, with an OLED screen. When I saw this, I said, this is why PlayStation is dominating when it comes to getting their hardware in people's hands. Because I feel like PlayStation actually listens to their consumers. That's what I feel like. So they have heard the PlayStation fan base talk trash about the Xbox handheld, and one of the main things they talk about is the screen size and the fact that the panel is not OLED. For all that money, you should get an OLED screen and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. They don't talk trash about the Nintendo Switch 2, though, that doesn't have an OLED panel, but they're quick to talk about an OLED panel when it comes to the Xbox handheld. So what does PlayStation do? Hey, we don't got to upgrade that much. Just give them an OLED screen, and that's it. That'll be better. And when you really think about it, the difference between the PS4 and the PS5 is going to be similar to the difference between the PlayStation Portal and the PlayStation Portal OLED. Leave the light on, please. It's not going to be that big of a difference. Listen. The best looking game on the PS5 this generation can run on the PS4. Not Forza, Horizon Forbidden West The best looking game on the PS5. Argue with me if you want. You're gonna lose. The best looking game on PS5 can run on the PS4. Why? Because the PS5 and the PS4 are not that much different. Sony just made micro adjustments. The controller, they still gave you the same touchpad for no reason when you don't really need it, right? Sony is smart. Sony knows how to take advantage of their consumer base. Geniuses. Okay, so I could see them saying, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and make a portal, the exact same thing. We're now gonna put an OLED screen and watch these fools go out there and buy it, even though the screen that's already on the regular PlayStation Portal is great." Remember, I'm the one that said the PlayStation 5 Pro is a scam because the PS5 is so good. That confuses a lot of people watching this because I just gave the PS5 a compliment. So to them, it's like, oh my God, the PS5 is so good that there's no need for a PlayStation 5 Pro. There's like 3 games that take advantage of the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's a scam. Get yourself a PS5. I would recommend that you buy yourself a PlayStation Portal and a PS5 Slim before you go ahead and buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. Come on, that's all day. For the same amount of price, that's all day. But you can try to argue with me all you want. You know I'm right. But anyways, that's all I got to say about OLED screen. It is an upgrade. There's nothing wrong with it. We'll see how much more they charge. Maybe $50 more. I mean, go ahead, get the OLED screen. Why not? That's genius. That's a really easy, simple upgrade. You don't really have to do much. It's not like this is an actual upgrade. Z2 AI chip in it. Better ergonomics. The speakers even sound better than the last one, which is crazy that they did that, right? Like, they actually upgraded the Asus Xbox ROG Ally from its predecessor. These are just facts. You be mad at me all you want. All right. Now, this was gonna be controversial too, but it is what it is. It's my stream, so you leave your comments all you want. The Steam machine is not doing anything different from what you can already do today. This is a fact. The biggest attack that I see people give the new Xbox when they're saying that it's gonna have Steam on it, or when they say that it's gonna have what's it called? It's gonna be a PC hybrid, is the same thing that people did when they attacked this, which is like, you can already do that. You can already do that. I don't see that same energy with the Steam machine, and I was thinking about it today, and I was like, why is that? Well, I'm smart enough to figure out it's because the Steam machine is not an Xbox machine, so the Xbox tax is not applied to it. But I'm gonna be here to tell you the truth, okay? And I love Steam. You'll see people in the comment section saying, "Oh, you're a Steam whatever, blah blah blah, Steam fan or whatever, blah blah." Listen, calm down. Today, you can grab whatever type of PC you want. You can even build a PC with the similar specs to the Steam machine, and you can put SteamOS on it and literally do the exact same thing that the Steam machine is going to do. Probably do it even better. The same way, the same exact way that people were saying that whatever you can do this and the full screen experience, whatever you can already do on other handhelds. Yep, exactly. Steam machine is not doing anything different. Does that mean that the Steam machine is going to be bad? No, not at all. And there are going to be people that are going to want to buy it because they don't want to go ahead and do the homework to put SteamOS on whatever it is that they want to do. I have put SteamOS on the original Xbox, the original ROG Ally that I had when I gave it to my son Juju. And I mean, I did it for a while when I was using the ROG Ally X to see what SteamOS was all about and how much people were praising it, whatever. It's a glorified big picture mode. I'm being honest. This does not have SteamOS. This is just Steam in big picture mode, and it's literally looks identical, works identical. Like it wakes up from sleep a lot faster. The amount of sacrifices that you gotta do to use Steam OS, like not being able to play Call of Duty, to me that's a big deal. I mean, if it's not a big deal for you, that's fine. Using SteamOS is not taking the full advantage of Steam. If that's okay with you, by all means do it. That's a fact. People are not going to like that. Using SteamOS is not taking full advantage of Steam because there's literally games that you can't play. until they fix that. It is what it is. But again, if you want to do that, just you could buy any PC and put SteamOS on it, so it's not doing anything different. All right, so I wanted to bring that up. All right, and the last thing, again, this is in no particular order. Sony is making a touchscreen controller. I wanted to make fun of this. I wanted to ridicule this. I wanted to say how weird this is. But again, Sony is Sony because when it comes to hardware, they are geniuses. This new generation of gamers, touchscreen is a real thing for them. They think every screen is touchscreen. These are the type of people that'll go up to your computer and automatically touch the screen, just assuming that your laptop is a touchscreen. So it's like, it's not touchscreen, dog. Not everything in the world is touchscreen. Relax. Calm your ass down. Sit down. But everyone's phone, touchscreen, right? You see somebody with a phone that has buttons on it. That's wild, right? And they're getting used to playing that way. Imagine if Sony can somehow make their games to the point where they translate. Okay, we're playing on touchscreen controller, and then playing on touchscreen on your phone is seamless. Seamless. I saw a few podcasts and people talking, and people were saying that on the phone it works because when you're playing on the phone, you're looking at the screen and you're actually looking at the buttons. And I'm thinking to myself, have they never played a game on touchscreen? After a while, like I play Call of Duty Mobile. When I'm playing Call of Duty Mobile, I'm not looking at the buttons. Like I remember where the buttons are. So that's not really a thing. So I could see perhaps, right, you playing whatever you're playing on your TV with a controller that's like that. And then it'll work. I think it's genius. Again, Sony catering to the fans. And I'm sure the way Sony's going to do it is it'll be an option. It won't be the main way to game, right? It'll be an option. I think it's genius if they do it. Xbox already has a whole bunch of games that are touch friendly on the Xbox Cloud Service app, right? If Sony could do that with all their games and you could play all their games that way, that's another thing they beat Xbox to. I'm saying I think it's smart. So there you go. Those are the four topics. Again, 30-minute session with Doc. Let me see. Oh, we got some people in here. Oh, snap. My bad. Silverhand, what's up? The DLA, there we go. Here we go. All right, so now I'll go ahead and look at the chat, and then I said 30-minute session with Doc. I'm only 17 minutes in, but they don't gotta be 30 minutes. All right, let me go ahead and go into the chat. I'll pull it up like this, and then we'll go ahead and have the conversation. All right, here we go. Let's see. Silverhand said, Sam Samar, what's up, brother? Let's see. If you messaged earlier and I don't see it, it's because I don't see it anymore. So go ahead and message again if you're still watching. All right. All right. So Silverhand said Xbox Ally X is great. I have it. It's worth the $1,000. Facts. It definitely is. To me, my gaming PC is definitely the best piece of gaming device that I have. But this thing to me is phenomenal. It's magic. So I love it. Let's see. Why Sony don't do a native handheld? It would be great because their fan base doesn't want it. Again, Sony is not stupid. Sony's smart. The fan base doesn't want a native handheld. They sent out the portal, and the portal did well. Sony's like, all right, we're gonna double down. Here's a OLED screen. I think it's genius. I agree. Okay, that's what's up. I'm not sure what you agreed with, but I'm like the fact that you agree, Silverhand. That's why it has to be $600 or less. What does the Xbox Madness or the Steam Machine? The Steam Machine, I agree, should be $600 or less. I have the gaming PC that I bought that is equivalent to the Steam Machine spec wise, right? It's got a Ryzen 5 7600 and it has a RX 7600 8GB VRAM card that my son is using right now on a 1080p monitor. Okay, that machine on a 1080p monitor is a monster. He is playing Arc Raiders. He's playing right now at like 100 FPS on high settings, right? Again, because it's a 1080p monitor, the resolution matters a lot, right? 8 gigabytes 1080p, you're perfectly fine. Anything higher than that, you're gonna be pushing it, right? When I had that PC connected to my 4K TV, it was doing great with a lot of older games. The newer games, I'll have to drop some settings and go from there. Right? I could still play them, but you're making some compromises, right? The Steam machine though is promising 4K 60. Obviously, it's upscaled, but let's see. But that gaming PC that I bought from Walmart, right? To I buy it's a cyber power. I bought for $900. Steam's got to beat that. We'll see if they do. We'll see if they do. The DLJ, you think the new consoles should be delayed? I don't see a need for new consoles right now. I really don't. I think graphic wise, games look great. At this point in time, I can't think of the last game that came out running at 30 FPS. So games are running optimized as well. I think they need to continue with that trend and drop a few more games, and gameplay needs to be the innovation that they focus on. So like something like Arc Raiders, like they figured something out, right? Like that's great. Um, I don't think a new console necessarily does that. For Xbox, dropping this new hybrid PC, I think they need to do it. Just do it. Just do it already. For them, yes, I don't see them having to wait. As long as it doesn't kill the Xbox Series X and S, then to me that makes sense going ahead and doing it, right? So we'll see. I know the Steam, okay, it was so good if it's 600, even 500. Listen, the Steam machine at $500 will be sold out. The Steam machine at $500 will be sold out. Guarantee it. But then what you're looking at is a machine that's cheaper than the Steam Deck. OLED, right? Isn't the Steam Deck OLED 1 TB more than $500? So that's where things could get iffy. You know what I mean? Sinful Lives. Oh my God, that's a horrible name. That PC held it down. It sure did. That PC sure did held it down. Sure did. Has your son embraced PC yet? Yes. So, the only one that I'm still trying to get to embrace PC is my youngest one, right? So, on the ROG Ally, he was playing a lot of PC games, but since we got Arc Raiders, he's been on the Xbox Series X. Like that's all he plays. I haven't seen him play Roblox in a long time. That's how heavy he is into Arc Raiders. Like everybody here is heavy into Arc Raiders. Like I beat Metro Exodus, Metro 2033 today, and it took me longer than it should have because we started playing Arc Raiders. But I kind of pushed myself. Like as soon as I turned on my Xbox ROG Ally X, I was like, no, I'm gonna keep playing Metro 2033 because I was already more than halfway done when I started playing Arc Raiders. I was like, I gotta finish this freaking game. If not, it's gonna stay here forever. So I am way lower levels than both of my sons in Arc Raiders because they just been playing it. But my other son, my 17-year-old, I haven't seen him turn on his PS5 in a long time. Oh, he turned it on a few days ago to play Madden. That's it. But he uses PC way more. Cyberpunk is the game that got him. He started playing Cyberpunk on that PC, bro. It was a wow. It drove him crazy. Simple Life says there is still like 50% of Sony player base on the PS4. It's too soon for new consoles. Well, that makes sense because, like I said earlier, there's not that big of a difference between the PS5 and the PS4, which is people are gonna take that and they're gonna think that it's bad. I'm not saying that that's not a bad thing. That's great. That's right. Didn't God of War Ragnarok come out for PS4 too? Or am I tripping? Is God of War Ragnarok on PS4? Maybe I'm tripping. Let me see. Let me look it up. God of War Ragnarok on PS4. I might be tripping. Da, 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 da. Oh, it was released for PS4. Yeah, so like best Sony games are still on PS4. Why? Why can't it run on the PS4? Because it's not that big of a difference. Jesus facts. Someone's gonna get offended. Well, the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One X is not that big of a difference either, because they have games that can also run. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not that big of a difference. You see how I can admit that? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not that big of a difference. So to me, um, they they could delay the consoles. I don't see why they would need it, especially PlayStation. They just dropped the PS5 Pro. Not many games actually using it. People feel like they've been scammed if they got a PS5. Listen, the people that brag about the PS5 Pro are literally convincing themselves. Literally convincing themselves. Because somebody with a regular PS5 is you're not, yeah, put the games side by side, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. You need digital funds to tell you the difference. Again, I'm speaking facts. It is what it is. Someone did some stat difference between the PS4 Pro and the PS5. Also, wasn't that much of a difference. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. All right, now we're at 25 minutes. So now we're close to that 30-minute session. Then I'm getting tired, so I gotta start getting ready to bed. It's actually midnight right now, and I gotta get up at 6:30. So that means that's 6 hours and 30 minutes of sleep. That's not good. My doctor's gonna be mad at me. But it is what it is. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. I actually like that I was able to cover all these topics. I didn't even ask y'all how the sound was. The sound was good to me, but it is what it is. And at least when I'm doing these live like this is the same way I do my videos. When I do my videos, I just hit the camera and I just go. Whatever I say, I say. That's why when I make mistakes in my videos, you don't see me correct them. So I guess this format does work good for me. I just can't do a freaking hour long, 2 hour long podcast like some of these people do. That's crazy to me. But you know what? It is what it is. Damn, it's midnight for you. It is, brother. It is. The sound is good, so the mic is good. All right, bet. Yeah, these are some really nice headphones. These are my Audio Technica, and this is that mic that just connects and detaches. I'll probably make a video reviewing this too. So I'll put the link now that I got my Amazon affiliate link. You know what's crazy about that? I when I had like maybe 500 subscribers on YouTube, shout out to my man Rome. I remember me and Rome um started around the same amount of subscribers and stuff like that. And I remember he supported me a lot, but I remember I applied for the Amazon affiliate program around that time, and they denied me. They said, "Nah, I guess I wasn't big enough or whatever. I don't know." And I remember I felt salty about that. I was like, "Damn, that's kind of messed up," and I just never applied for it again until the other day. I was with somebody very special to me, and we were at Starbucks, and she was like, "Hey, you should do that. You should apply again." And I went ahead and applied again right away. And then literally within seconds, they were like, "Yeah, you're approved." Now I'm linking everything, dog. I'm about to link my toilet paper. Y'all know I be talking about getting sponsored. They don't be sponsoring me. So it is what it is, man. Oh, you in Jersey? Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, 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 yeah. What part of Jersey you from? Only 2 p.m.? Sam, where you at? You mean 2 a.m.? 2 p.m. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I gotta end. I gotta go to bed, guys. I'm already getting tired. All right, Doc Dog 195. There's levels to this. Oh, shout out to my boy Cowboy. Central Jersey. I used to live in Newark, but I moved more south. Okay, I know exactly where you at, brother. I know exactly where you at. Um, I downloaded Prototype. I know Cowboy gonna feel salty about it. I downloaded Prototype. We're gonna be playing some Prototype, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. So. We'll see what it is. Doc Dog 185, there's levels to this. Hey, I appreciate y'all. We out. Peace.